Hi everyone, welcome to today's webinar, Smart Approach to English Grammar. My name is Ravali and I'm a part of team here at Turito. Here we have our speaker, Mrs. Sunaina Gupta and Ms. Priyanka from Student Counselor team.
Hi, good afternoon everyone from India. Hope everybody is doing fine and is safe.
And this webinar is an outreach program by Turito for students to help in developing their learning skills and parents who are willing to give their children best education. As well, Turito is an innovative learning platform in a vision to provide quality education to every student by well-experienced faculty. And now Turito is available in USA, Canada, Middle East, India, Singapore, and Australia regions. And programs offered by Turito are NAPLAN OC and for academics, one-on-one tutoring services for math, science, English subjects in Australia region. And Turito is different from other edtechs which are currently available because Turito offers interactive learning methods as per student requirements, regular assessments to track the child progress. Also, Turito provides parent app access to make you a part of children learning journey. And also we have top 2% certified educators whom we partner with to envision our vision. And before we start the today's topic, let me offer a quick intro about our speaker. Mrs. Sunaina Gupta is a former principal and reputed academician with an experience of 34 years. Mrs. Gupta is an expert of diverse cultures and teaching practices who has facilitated various students exchange programs. She is an recipient of prestigious award for incorporating innovative practices in schools. And all, please feel free to add your questions in the Q&A section. We shall answer them in the latter. And thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you, Ravli. It's really humbling. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a very enriching session, and I would be more than glad to answer the questions if anybody has any. So before I begin the session, I would begin with a quote by William Raspberry when he said, "Well-spoken and well-written English will open more doors than a college degree. Bad English will slam doors you didn't even know existed." So I feel that English is undoubtedly a spoken language with the children there. But at the same time, what about the grammar? We need to stress on the grammar so that we are able to make them speak the correct English. Ravli, can you please give me the access?
Yeah, ma'am. 1 second.
Yeah, thank you. So in the meantime, I feel in my experience of teaching children over a year with Turito, I have always felt that children probably they know many concepts, but they do not know the terminology and they are able to use them, but many times incorrectly, since they are not clear with their grammatical concepts. Now, they know when they talk, obviously they talk in sentences. When they write in sentences. But there are times when they do not know what kinds of sentences they are using. So we, on our part at Turito, we begin from the kinds of sentences, which is the basic, to the figures of speech, to reported speech, to subject-verb agreement, to punctuations, and we tell them the importance of all these things, in which we give enough practice to the children. Besides teaching them the concept, taking answers from them, We also follow it up with a practice sheet, which is sent to the parents' email ID, and so the parents can ensure that the child is doing the work. Ravli, can we move ahead, please? I have, with my experience, I can say that I have a child who's preparing for the opportunity class, and it actually gave me a lot of pride when after say 3 or 4 months of taking the classes, since he was taking them every day. So after 3 or 4 months of taking the classes, when the mother shared with me the syllabus, and I was surprised that we had covered almost all the topics except for the reported speech, which I think in many countries is covered in later classes, but in opportunity class, I think that is a part of the curriculum in grade 4 only. So we have prepared the child, we prepared the child from the basics to the last topic of the grammar, so that the concepts are clear and children do not falter. Ma'am, for OC, there are various concepts of grammar where they do not ask them directly, but at the same time, they are told to ask the concepts in writing skills. So if the child is not clear that how he has to answer in the reported speech, obviously his writing skill will take a back seat. So that is how grammar is incorporated in OC classes. We have to prepare the child with the correct grammar so that he can he can learn to write correct persuasives, narratives, descriptives. So everything needs to be taken care of. Until the time basics are clear, we all understand that the child will be at a loss. The grammar helps in not only, it focuses on all the areas, the reading, the writing, the grammar, and the speaking. It focuses on all the areas. So it is not that, and English is not beyond anything. So when we talk of grammar, we take up various topics. So when I say punctuation is powerful, we teach them punctuations. And when I say punctuation is powerful, the strip will tell you how powerful the punctuation is. A woman without her man is nothing. The second sentence has different punctuations and says, a woman, the words are the same, without her, man is nothing. So punctuations are actually powerful. And when we speak or when we write, whether it is the passage, whether it is descriptive or anything, we need to know where we are putting our punctuations. Then when we come to, Ravli, can we go to the earlier slide only? My subject and verb have agreed to disagree. Like I said, wrongly spoken English can slam many doors. So if the subject and verb do not agree, there are many times that I face this, that children use the incorrect subject and verb. The subject and verb need to agree to each other, and we tell them in detail that how subject and verbs agree. We tell them all the rules, we give them enough practice so that they are able to not only write but also speak correctly. Then we come to the very, very common prepositions, And the cartoon says, she said, you can get on the airplane. And I said, no thanks, I'm getting in the airplane. So the little mistake in the preposition can change the meaning. You get on the top of the airplane or you get inside the airplane. So that little mistake can change the meaning. Now, how Turito helps you to become a grammar Nazi. We use the grammatical rules and then use them in the real life. Grammar can never be taught in isolation. I feel nothing can be taught in isolation. Everything has to be correlated. We enable the children to write and speak better. Clarity helps in clear and correct communication. Till the time I am communicating with you correctly in correct English, you will not understand what I am trying to communicate. Avoid ambiguity and it conveys precise meaning. When the grammar is correct, there will be no mistake, there will no ambiguous sentences will be there and the correct meaning will be conveyed. Comprehension aids the reader to understand clearly because they are able to comprehend what we are saying. So the understanding also becomes better. Now, why Turito? I always insist we never ever do one size fits all. Our approach is completely child-centric. One child can be very good in one field, but can lack in the other. Even when I'm teaching grammatical skills, he may pick up one topic very quickly, but may have difficulty in picking up another. So my duty as a teacher always remains that I will take care of the fact that till the time my child understands what I am trying to convey, I should not move forward. If other children are moving ahead, that does not matter. When it comes to one-on-one, that is one advantage, that there is no comparison between the students. And for teacher, every child is unique. We clear concepts from the bottom, as I said, from the basics. We choose innovative ways, whether we have to take the audio visuals, sometimes we have to take up the videos, sometimes we have to take up the worksheets, sometimes PowerPoints. So whatever way we think the child is able to understand well, and we keep experimenting with our resource. We learn to live and interact in small group sessions. When we have a group session, it is not a big session. It is a small group session, maximum 2 or 3 children together. And then there is a very healthy discussion among the students, which helps them to speak better and put across their thoughts. Now we have a very, very comprehensive material targeted to NAPLAN and OC. And we have a very collaborating teaching of concepts, reading, writing, grammar, and speaking, which make grammar, which make our concepts clear. And till the time I feel that grammar of any subject is clear, the child will never be able to speak correct English per se. I teach children across countries, and there is a major difference across the areas, no comparisons, but yes, children who are grammatically strong definitely edge over the children who have weak base in grammar. So there are times when we take up NAPLAN program, though we have a very structured approach for NAPLAN, There are times we have to use clear the basic skills of of any particular topic for that matter in grammar also. And the teachers make it a point that they clear the concepts from the beginning and not just leave it whatever is there on PPT. So I, for one, make sure that children do their daily practice also. I keep a track of that practice on leisure, then the mock tests which are there, which are uploaded. So I always tell the children to share with me. Turito also sends their mails to me, and I also tell children to share with me what they are doing and what score they have scored. Also, when we go on the portal during the class after my teaching is over and their question answer session is finished, I make sure that we go on the portal and children attempt at least one worksheet there so that whatever remaining doubt they have, I can clear it there and then. Because there are times when children will do, because of the time difference, children will do the work when they get the time. Probably at that time I'm not available, though I have always told my children, and I think all teachers have, that they're always available for the children 24/7 on WhatsApp. So there are times when the teachers get their queries on WhatsApp and we try to clear their queries. We also have a doubt clearing sessions scheduled on various intervals where the subject matter experts clear the doubts of the students in any topic in literacy or numeracy for the students. Thank you. Anything that you would like to ask?
Thank you, ma'am, for the detailed overview about the topic, and we got some questions from parents, ma'am.
Yeah, I have answered a few of them. Suggest tips to improve grammar. So that's what I'm saying, that we always try to, you need to make the child read and not read only in totality. You know, we need to, there are times when sometimes we need to ask them, even while walking, even while going out, that if they are reading a hoarding, so we can just ask them, what part of speech is this? Is it a noun or a pronoun? So the child understands the concepts, while in a very activity based manner, they become clear to the children and they don't feel that they are being taught. So when I take up videos with them, I make sure that I keep asking them in between the questions so that they know what they are doing and video is not just a time pass. So it becomes, children learn more with audiovisual aids. And that is why we keep making PPTs, we keep showing videos to the children so that they learn to understand better. Anything? Any question?
Yeah, ma'am. For OC, there is no grammar.
Ma'am, for OC, the grammatical skills are tested in the writing skills. And the speaking skills, the reading comprehension, everything is included in that. And the parent who has just shared with me, she has very clearly told me that the child needs to understand all these grammatical skills, but which will not be taken by the school. They will not be asked separately, but will be still tested when children write their answers.
Yeah, ma'am. Next question. There is no writing in OC. You are confused. Sorry. Sorry, ma'am.
Yeah.
Suggest tips to improve grammar, ma'am.
Yeah, so we need to use grammatical skills are required not only in writing, ma'am, even in speaking, the grammatical skills are required. Any question that they write, even in MCQ, till the time they understand the question, how will they give the answers?
Yeah, ma'am. Next question. How important is using punctuation in grammar? Will it carry a lot of weightage if we miss it in examination?
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you please repeat it?
How important is using punctuations in grammar?
Ma'am, punctuation is, as I just showed you, punctuation changes the meaning of the sentences. Punctuation is very, very powerful. Even when the children are writing complex, simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, punctuation is required. So
Yeah.
punctuation is very important. If I just keep on speaking without any comma and full stop, will you be able to understand what I am saying?
No, ma'am.
So punctuation is the key of the language, whether it is any language per se. So punctuation is really important.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. And the next question is, what are the ways to ensure using correct grammar?
That's what I just answered. That even, see, you can use the correct grammar, you can teach the child correct grammar even by in an activity way, which I just answered, that even if you go out, the child reads a hoarding. You can just ask the child, what part of speech is this? The teacher has taught a part of speech, just ask the child, what part of speech is that?
Yeah, ma'am.
And the child will tell you whether it is a noun, pronoun, verb, whatever it is. They will tell you whether it is a preposition, whether it is a noun or it's a pronoun. So what that it is saying. And there are times when children are very smart. You know, even if it is a wrong thing written, you will be surprised that children will tell you that it is wrong. They should have written this. When their grammar base is clear, then only that can happen.
Yeah, ma'am, we got one more question. Which is the best way to improve grammar? Reading or writing or speaking?
I think all the ways together. Everything helps in improving grammar. Besides clearing the concepts which we do in the class, the child has to read undoubtedly, write as well as speak using the concept taught. So I think it is the amalgamation of all the concepts, all the things, all the techniques that the child will be able to improve grammar.
Yeah, ma'am. And one more question. How many hours of classes will we get in a week?
Generally, children take 2 hours. It's 1 hour a class. Generally, children take 2 hours in a week. And there are children who are taking 5 hours also. The children who have to appear for the competitive exams, they take 5 hours also. So it depends on the child's requirement.
Okay, ma'am. And we got one more question. What kind of support should the parent give to help improve their learning?
Uh, if I may request the parents, kindly spare 15 minutes and of time with your child. Spend that time reading out a story to the child. You will see the difference.
Okay, ma'am. And the next question is, how can I know my child's progress in class?
Sorry, how can you know?
My child's progress in class.
That we keep updating on continuous basis. The teacher is always available whenever the child is there. Whenever the child has a class, you can always connect with the teacher and the teacher will give you the report. Otherwise, also the teacher's number is with you. You can always contact the teacher, WhatsApp them, ask for a suitable time and give them a call and take the feedback. Anything?
Yeah, ma'am, we got one more question. Will weightage carry any, sorry, ma'am, will punctuation carry any weightage in any examination?
Punctuations will carry a lot of weightage, ma'am, if your answers don't make any sense without punctuations. So they carry a lot of weightage.
Okay, ma'am, and got one more question. Tips to improve English grammar.
Tips to improve English grammar is to practice as much as you can, read as much as you can, plus the concepts need to be clear to the child. Please do not force the child to learn grammar in isolation. The grammar has to be taught, the concept has to be made clear, and then incorporated in their reading, writing, and speaking skills.
How to join these classes and when will they start these classes?
The classes are going on. Somebody from the sales team can probably take this question.
Yeah, Priyanka, are you there?
Yeah, hi. You'll get a call after this webinar. You'll get a call by tomorrow, and you can schedule the demo session, and then you can go ahead in the demo session. The classes are ongoing, and after the demo is done, you can decide the classes, and everything will be discussed on call after the webinar is over.
So before the demo starts, the teacher always asks the parents' expectations and the child expectation. So what are they looking forward to learn more? And after the class ends, so we take up the topic accordingly. And after the class ends, we always take a feedback from the child as well as the parent, whether we have been able to satisfy what they wanted or not, or is there anything more that they need to ask.
Okay, ma'am, and we got one more question. Any tips
Yes.
for parents on grammar? How to prepare a child?
Please make them practice. I think parents who are from India, they have learned their grammar very well. And so please make them practice as much as they can. And you will see a marked improvement.
We got one more question, ma'am. Is grammar is important in English subject or else in daily life?
Why not? Grammar is important in everything. Whatever we are speaking, if I am grammatically incorrect, I will not be able to convey my meaning. That's what I said. It gives the concept, whatever I want to say, it will give the clarity to the listener. So till the time I am correct, using the correct grammar, my concepts will not come across clearly. So it is very important in everything, I think, in any language for that matter, we need to know the grammar, and it is of utmost importance.
Okay, ma'am, and we got one more question, ma'am, from parent side. Do we follow any pattern to teach grammar?
We have a structured program starting from the basics, because children do need to clear their basics also, since it is not taught in the school and they are just taught the writing skills, and everything is judged from those writing skills only. So we need to begin from the basics, the sentence structure, and we take it forward.
One more question to Priyanka, ma'am, and is it one-on-one tutoring service or group one?
Priyanka ma'am, can you please
Yeah,
answer that question?
this is one-on-one session, live session, and the duration of the session is like we have two tenures, 6 months and 12 months. It depends on how you take these classes. Like if you are taking whole course, you can go for whole like yearly course also. The price is for 6 months 600 AUD, and for 12 months it's 1000 AUD, and the demo session is totally free of cost.
I hope that has answered the query.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. And no more questions. So we'll be ending the session now, and also we'll be having session in the coming week as well. We hope to see you all again. If you have any queries, please write us at care@turito.com. And for more info, visit our website www.turito.com. And for better learning and better results, join Turito. Thank you. Have a nice day. And
Thank
thank you.
you so much. Thank you. I'm really obliged to all the parents who took out time to join the webinar and put forth their queries. I hope I've been able to help you out. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Have a good weekend.